5.
Are we?
Episode. You're not in the frame.
I'm
Actually,
not in the frame.
no. Roll forward a little bit.
Slide on in here.
There we go.
Wait, no. Did the you gotta like call me. Like, what's the talk me in or whatever? Like what's the guy? Chris Collinsworth. He was like the fucking.
Chris Collinsworth, yeah.
Yeah, we're here live, and we're joined here by John Cox, and yeah, we got a great game coming up here, Matt. You do like the whole intro? Yeah, so we're here in the Deviation Network, and again, joined by my co-host John. And I just
yeah, it should be.
Yeah, we got a good episode coming up here, man. I mean, what a show we got for you.
Dude, I forgot about that guy.
The Collinsworth slide, dude.
As soon as the football season ends, he just disappears.
Yeah, here's a guy who could really podcast. I mean, the kid, he just talks, and he's got a microphone. I mean,
this guy is just the best, isn't he?
I mean, that is impossible. That shit kills me, dude. Then he talked about the OBJ catch, like the famous one that made him like famous, the one-hander against Dallas.
That might be the greatest catch I've ever seen.
It's in the conversation. I always say that all the time now. It's in the conversation. Like,
what's
always.
that guy's name? The Barstool. Actually, I don't even know if he works for Barstool anymore, but
Joey Molinaro.
Yeah, Joey Molinaro. He used
Yeah.
to do a pretty good Collinsworth.
That shit is so funny. The Mel Kiper one.
He'd be like, and here we are on Thanksgiving, joined by our family.
Yeah,
We got mashed potatoes. The turkey
corn,
is great.
Turkey, I mean, what a great holiday! What you know, I mean, it is the Mel Kiper. It's like, the iced coffee and the iced coffee compared to the hot coffee and the cream and the iced coffee and the coffee. And
I always mean to look that dude up, and I never do because I don't even know who that is. But
I don't know. He just started making.
Everyone in the
Twitter.
comments always says it's like hilarious. So I'm like, oh,
Who?
this must be pretty accurate.
Mel Kiper?
Yeah.
Oh, you definitely know who Mel Kiper is. He does the draft on the NFL. He has like he has like a lion's mane hair. Like
Zoom up real quick.
his hair is like he has like the spike in the front and like I don't even know how to describe. You 100%.
Sounds like a Hunger Games character.
Yeah, you 100% know who Mel
Guy
Kiper
works for the
is.
fucking Capitol.
He's like a big draft guy. He's like kind of like he does all the mock drafts and shit.
Okay, I've definitely seen this guy before, but I can't like think of his voice though.
Joey's impression of it is like pretty spot on. It's pretty
funny.
good.
Oh, he even has the background too. That's
Yeah,
like this
yeah,
guy's Background. That's always like his background too.
Yeah, and he does
Something
like
that.
the.
That's funny.
This guy, I mean, he's a top 5 pick, but he's not. I mean, you'll come over here. He's got a good block on the outside edge. He talks like very odd, but
That's
like
rough. Oh, he's from Baltimore, so check
Joey
out.
doesn't get yeah. Oh, Baltimore over there, go Birds. Something about
right.
Joe Flacco. I miss Joe Flacco. You know, he could like
Joe
really
Flacco.
sling the rock.
Heavily over. I saw, dude. Fuck, I wish I had the video to like show you, but it was like this like it was either Instagram or Twitter, but it was just like, or maybe it was even like TikTok, whatever. But it's like what is it? So it's like a compilation, I guess. It's like it's like 5. It's like so it's basically it's Peyton Manning, Tom Brady, Ben Roethlisberger, Drew Brees,
Eli.
and Eli.
Yeah, that video.
They're all video in the beginning. It's all them getting drafted, whatever. And,
And
like
then,
showing
like,
them at the end, like
retiring or
retired.
whatever,
Yeah.
yeah.
But they slipped Philip Rivers into the end of that video.
Yeah.
Somehow I'm like, okay.
I feel like you put up numbers.
Drew Brees is pushing it. Philip Rivers?
He put up numbers. He's a Hall of Famer.
Yeah, I guess.
The king of like clean shit talk.
Yeah.
You ever heard like the videos of him
the
talking
king of
smack?
having kids as well.
He's like, yeah, well that too. The Sprinter Van King. Like the mic'd ups of him.
Yeah, he's like
"We're
very.
coming at you all day, man, all day.
Yeah, 'cause
And then
he's
he
very
like
religious, I think.
he throws like an interception. He's like, dang, flab it. Like he like, says stuff like that all the time.
Has he ever made the playoffs? Has he ever won a playoff
Yeah.
game? Okay.
Yeah, he played he played the Patriots in the 2000.
In the bowl?
No, not for the
Actually, no, it
bowl.
couldn't have been.
No, they're in the same
AFC
conference,
chip.
but I don't remember what year it was. They played us in the AFC Championship game one year, and he played with a torn ACL.
Oh,
Like going into it was crazy. Yeah,
Yeah, I mean, everything I've heard about him, he's a great guy. I just thought it was funny. 'Cause
Yeah.
It's like these guys, I mean, Drew Brees has like the record for what? Most yards ever or something. And then like Tom Brady's got the most Super Bowls. Like
right.
Peyton Manning, first ballot Hall of Famer. Eli Manning won those two championships before. I think Ben Roethlisberger has like an MVP or two.
Yeah,
and it's just
he
like
had like
Phil
one of the best
Rivers.
rookie years ever too.
That's,
Ben
like, that's
Roethlisberger.
mad funny.
Yeah, Phil Rivers is just like he's like numbers. He has like crazy
he-
good numbers, but like he's just.
Is
like,
he even
never-
retired? Is he officially retired?
Yeah, he's retired.
Okay. 'Cause
I
he was with
believe
the
so.
Colts last year,
Yeah,
2
and
years
then
ago.
he retired from the Colts, I believe.
Matt Ryan was on the Colts after him, so it
Yeah,
must have been
it's
2 or
real,
3 years ago.
Legends go to die.
For
Insane.
real.
Carson Wentz, fucking.
Legends go to die. I don't know if Carson Wentz should have been the first name you said there.
Yeah, bro. Well, he went like
Also,
there.
he still plays there, no?
He went there like Does he?
You can move this thing back.
No, it's fine. Does he still play there? Or you go back to the command? No.
I have no idea.
I don't know what Carson Wentz is up to.
Carson Wentz and fuck, who's the other guy?
I think he went to the
There's
Colts.
another guy that Jared Goff. I always just get them
Mm.
confused. They're basically the same player in my mind, which obviously
Oh,
they're not.
Carson Wentz and Jared Goff.
Yeah, I don't know why.
Eh.
They're both just like kind of mid-level
Goff had a
Kinda
pretty good year last year.
average players, but also I don't really
He's
follow
on
the
Detroit.
NFL.
Yeah, there's like
He's a free agent.
he's a free
Carson
agent.
Wentz.
You a free agent?
Where's Jared Goff playing?
You a free agent? Remember that shit? That clip of the kid at Cam Newton's camp?
Yeah,
He's like, "You a free agent? You a free agent?"
that's fucked up.
And I was like, "You're like 15, dude." at
What?
his camp. Like,
Is he capping though?
he wasn't wrong, but like,
No, I'm just playing.
still,
That's fucked
it's
up.
fucking Cam Newton, dude.
That just reminded me. So when I was
The
like,
big
"Oh, where
Newt.
does Jared Goff play?" I mean, yeah, Jared Goff. He plays for the Lions, obviously.
Yeah.
There was like this.
The gambling.
It's funny when
Lions.
you think of a player and you're like, "Oh, where does he play?" And then you think of like the last time you remember them. So like, a good example right now would be Jared Goff. Like in my head, he still plays for like the fucking Rams.
Yeah,
which is, like,
right.
fucking. He probably
A
played for
while
the
ago.
Rams like 5 years.
No, I think it was like only like 2 years ago.
But like I do that a lot with like NBA players. Be like, "Oh, who that guy play for?" Be like, "Oh, he plays for the Rockets," and it's like. He just hasn't played there. in,
He's
like,
retired.
Literally
Yeah.
6 years. Yeah.
Right.
But it's just the last place I remember him. That happens a lot with like journeymen, like players that you just like that just move teams every year. You'd be like, if you were like, "Oh, yo, what team does Jeff Green play for?" And you'd be like, "Oh, he plays for the Celtics."
Right.
It's like, "Oh yeah, 10 years ago he played for the Celtics."
Right. I'm like, that's the last. I don't know. He
Yeah.
bounces around.
Yeah, exactly. NBA champion, NBA champion, Jeff Green.
Yeah. Speaking of, lots happened since the last episode,
Yeah, it's a
sports wise.
Yeah, Nuggets won the championship. What else?
Knights won the
The Knights
championship.
won the championship.
Won the Stanley Cup.
Dude, they need to do a better job.
U.S.
of-
Open. Ricky
US
Fowler
Open.
crushing it.
True. They need to do a better job of promoting the NHL to non-NHL fans.
Oh, yeah, they're
I
like-
literally didn't even know the games were being played.
They're far and above the worst marketing and all.
Yeah,
I think we've
no,
definitely talked about it before.
baseball's probably pretty close, but even baseball. See, the only thing is the
baseball's,
weird,
but it's like America's pastime or whatever. Like
it's hard.
everyone-
Yeah, and it's hard to know if you're in that. So like, I can't really tell how good or bad baseball's marketed because I'm on like I get updates on ESPN about
Yeah.
baseball because I have it set that way and I
Yeah,
have the
yeah,
MLB
yeah.
app and stuff.
Right.
So it's hard to know from like an outsider looking in if it's like any better than it used to be. But
Yep.
the NHL, literally, I'm not even kidding, not exaggerating. I didn't even know the finals started, and then I didn't even know when it ended
Yeah.
until I seeked it out myself.
Yeah, they're very bad at that. They've only. I mean, Gary Bettman's just outdated. Like,
But it's like-
because it's like America has, like I said, it's America's pastime is baseball. Everyone knows about baseball
Yeah,
already.
yeah.
It's like you kind of just decide whether or not you like it. But like, no one's like, who are the Yankees? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah,
there's
everyone knows the teams at least.
100% people. Like, I would say, I don't want to say maybe like, maybe a majority of people would not know like every NHL team. I could probably name every team in the MLB. Granted, I'm a
I would
sports
probably
fan, but,
struggle
like,
to name every team in the NHL for sure.
I'm sure there's people
I
who have
definitely
no idea
know
who
them
the Seattle
all.
Kraken are.
Yeah, I was
Like,
gonna say I definitely know them all, but like off the top of my head, I definitely would struggle. But I wouldn't do that. Like with the
right,
NBA or the baseball, like I'd be able to name every team. in
right,
2
right,
minutes.
right.
But yeah,
But like people know who like the big names are. I mean, I'm sure there's
100%.
people who are like, I don't know who the Chicago Blackhawks are.
Yeah.
Like, you know, and they're like the
100%,
oldest one of the original 6, like stuff like that.
100%.
Boston Bruins and
There's
stuff.
definitely people who
New
don't
York
know who the
Rangers.
Kraken are. Like you
I'd say
said.
the Rangers are probably more because of the New York market, but
Yeah.
like I don't know. If you ask Mum, I was just like,
There's literally no chance she knows that the Seattle Kraken are a team.
who are the like
Even the Vegas Golden Knights, who have been a team for 6 years now.
yeah, right,
There's probably people who don't even know who they are.
Yeah.
Never mind the fact that they just won the cup.
right, in their 6th season. Like,
Because yeah,
insane.
so I what do you call it? So I literally, like I said, I didn't even know this finals had started, or what's it called? The finals, Stanley Cup finals, whatever.
Mhm.
Didn't even know it started. The only reason I found out was because the NBA finals ended. So I was like, oh, what's still on?
yeah.
There was no baseball games on, so I was on my TV just like scrolling, and then it was like,
Oh, this is for the cup. Like,
yeah, it was like NHL, like whatever, and I was like, oh, this is on, and then I look it up, and they're down like 3-1 already, or
Yeah.
like 3-2 or whatever the series. I was like,
Yeah.
bro, what the fuck is this, dude?
Gentleman sweep for both Florida teams.
Yeah, I mean, one of those teams did not belong there. Maybe the Panthers
One
didn't
of
belong
those
there
teams
either.
is not like the
The Heat
other.
did not belong in the finals. I mean, they played well, but they ran into an actual team
Right.
that ain't full of pretty boys like the
pretty,
Boston Celtics.
pretty boys.
Yeah, they ran into an actual juggernaut team.
Yeah, dude. It's been a packed week. I had a golf tournament yesterday. It was fucking brutal, dude. It was pouring.
I know. I saw you post on Snap, and I was like, I'm outside right now, and it's raining. So
Yeah, it was
where is
bad.
this kid?
It was in Bridgewater. It was pouring, dude. It was wicked fun, but like it was like holy shit. Trying to play in that weather was just like
Yeah. I mean, the snaps you were posting, it seemed like relatively dry. So I was like, oh, maybe they're like somewhere further away where it's not raining. But
It didn't really start raining till like the 13th hole. Then it started to like really rain to the point where I was like, is anyone
were
still
you in
playing?
Braintree or?
Bridgewater?
Oh, okay.
It was sick though.
I
Cause
don't
like
know courses like that. So I
it
just
like,
know in Braintree.
it started raining real bad at like 13, pretty much through 18.
Yeah.
And then there's a restaurant that's like in the same parking lot as the golf course. So
Yeah.
we just went. We were like, all right, here's the plan. We have a huge gym with everybody, and it's like once the tournament's over, like it's a yearly thing. Like this is like the shirt.
Just you and your
stuff
friends?
like that. Yeah, I think it's
The Waste Management Open.
yeah 4th. Yeah, but it's waist like your waistline, like waist management.
That's funny.
So because there already is an actual
Yeah,
waist
no, yeah,
management.
that's what I was laughing.
Right. So we were like, we'll go to the restaurant after. So this is actually kind of crazy. So we go to the restaurant, right? Since it's raining, we're like, just let's go. We're playing pretty fast through the holes. We're like -1. We don't. There's an app to track everybody's scores or whatever, and it crashed or whatever.
How many people are in this? Is it just you and your friends?
32 of us. Yeah.
Oh, okay. So you know everybody in it.
Yeah. So it's a good
Okay,
amount of people.
cool.
Excuse me. Actually, no, it's probably like 40, but you can only do 32 people.
Well,
in
whatever,
GM or
yeah.
whatever, so like.
I was just curious if you knew everybody in it, or if you just
Yeah.
you and 5 friends signed
No.
up for the
No.
tournament.
It's okay.
Okay.
We know everybody in it.
Yeah.
So we finish up. I was in the 3rd group to tee off. Colin and his buddies, his team were the 4th team to tee off.
Okay.
So we wrap up. We go to the restaurant. It's just us there. Or
Mhm.
as of now, we're waiting for everyone to wrap up. So then we're kind of like, where the fuck is everyone? Like we've been here for like an hour and like no one's walked over yet or whatever.
Yeah.
So we get a text and like, oh, we're packing 18, which is like, it stopped. Like the rain had started to like subside. So like that meaning like all of the teams that are finishing up are just sitting on the 18th green, just watching everyone else come and play too. So
Okay.
you have like kind of a crowd growing at the like as you're coming into
that
the
makes
last
sense.
thing.
Spectators.
So like, oh, okay. So I'm like, I'll walk over there. You guys, if you want to just stay here for a second, I'll see if like there's a lot of people there. If it's worth walking over, if we should just stay.
Yeah.
So I walk over. Everyone's there. I'm like, all right, yo, come over. So Colin's team walks over. My team walks over. Again, we didn't know each other's scores. They're -5. Another team's -5, and they just wrapped
Are
up.
you actually a team, or like
What do you mean?
you have 4 people on
Yeah.
your and you're all playing the same?
We're all in the same. So it's it's called a scramble, and how a scramble works is like you play best ball. So everyone hits a drive.
Everyone tees off. Okay.
Everyone tees off. Whoever has the best shot, you all bring your ball to that one, and you play from there. And you do that throughout.
Okay.
Your best shot from there. Who's clever closest
Okay.
to the pin, you play that as the putt. And it's a team effort to like
Yeah, that makes sense.
get the best score on the hole.
Makes sense.
So we're doing that. Another team wrapped up their -5. So now there's a tie. So in my we didn't even realize this is all happening too in a matter of like 5 minutes because
While
they
it's
walk
raining.
over. This last team's coming in -4, and they're trying to hit their putts to
To win.
tie it as well.
Okay.
to-
Yeah.
So while we're all sitting there watching, they drive up, they hit the green. This last team that is the final team of the tournament,
Mhm.
-4, looking tie. We're all talking, blah, blah, blah. One team's like, hey, we're -5 too. So then Colin's like, we're -5. So we have a tie. Now we might have a 3-way tie. The guys on 18, they miss their putts. So they end up -4, down a stroke, whatever. But now we still have a 2-way tie.
Okay.
So then they're like, well, now we have a playoff. So now it's just
You just
these
drive
2 teams face each other
on
one
18 again.
on one.
Oh, okay.
And whoever wins the next hole is the winner of the tournament.
Yeah.
But we didn't realize that there was a playoff. I thought it was just like you split the money
between 8 people.
between 8 people or whatever. So now these guys have to go. We're all just hanging out at the restaurant, drinking, and, like eating food and
Getting
shit. And then they're
shit.
like, you have to go get your clubs and like get ready to play again. So they're like, oh shit. So now these guys have to go back to their cars, grab their clubs, come back out, and get ready to play another like whatever.
Yeah.
It was nuts. So now it's sick because it's like 40 guys. We're all standing,
just watching. 8
just
people.
watching these 2 teams play.
Oh
Yeah.
wait, but you weren't part of this team.
No.
Oh,
No,
I
I was
thought
just
you
a
said that at the
spectator.
beginning. Okay.
So like at that time, because we were -1, we were already out of it.
Oh, okay.
So it was at Ritter Golf Course. I don't know if anyone who listens plays golf or if they know what Ritter looks like. The first hole on Ritter is like right next to the clubhouse, and it's got a big cage, like a batting cage almost,
Okay.
around the tee box,
Yeah.
and then you drive out to the green. So there's like 40 of us lining this like cage, and it's just these 2 teams in the middle, and we're all like, "Look, let's go!" Whatever. And these guys are all getting. It's sick, dude.
That's fun.
So it's fucking hell in a cell for like for golf. So then it's like every drive, everyone's going nuts. Then they all hit their shots, and then it's just like, oh, it's like the PGA. Like there's like a crowd of people just following these two teams. They played like 2 holes, and then Colin's team ended up coming short on the second hole on like the last putt. It was fucking crazy. But it was it's such a good time. It just sucks that it rained. But
Yeah, I was gonna say the rain looks pretty shitty. I mean, I guess you can kind of play through it a little bit in golf because it's like, if it's not like pouring, obviously, but like if it's
it wasn't like unbelievable torrential downpour, but it was enough that like we were soaked. Like we were both like.
I was gonna say because it was pretty bad here, the rain. Like for the most part, like we couldn't, because I was babysitting yesterday for our cousins, and like we couldn't go outside or anything. Like it was.
Yeah, I'll see if I can find this video.
It was
This
coming
is
down.
what it got to this point, like that we were just raining. So we're just in the pouring rain, me and this other kid.
It's so stupid, bro.
It was so fun, dude.
That's mad funny.
This is bad podcasting, but
Yeah, it's terrible podcasting. It don't matter. That's hilarious, bro.
so yeah, so we just went tarps off for a couple drives in the fucking pouring rain. It was a good
At that
time.
point, I guess. Fuck it.
Always a good time.
But
But yeah, it's nice to get out there and fucking whatever.
yeah, dude. There was one other thing I meant to ask, but I can't remember what it was.
Baseball,
It'll probably come to me eventually. I feel like it was about the NHL, but
the NHL, Seattle Kraken,
no,
Chicago Blackhawks.
I don't know. Well, I guess we could say too, the fucking, we were talking about like the President's Cup curse or whatever, and it lives on. I don't think we ever like acknowledged that before. But
it lives on 12 years now, I think.
I think
Or
what's it called?
10 years.
Brandon told me about that, and I was like, nah,
Yeah.
we're good, bro.
10 years.
We ain't good.
I don't know. It's like it's weird because like the Panthers broke another curse, or not curse, but like I don't know how to word it. Like the last 4 years, the team that's won the President's Trophy has lost in the playoffs, and then the following year won the Stanley Cup. So Florida won it last year, lost in the playoffs.
So you're saying there's a chance?
But then Florida lost in the Stanley Cup. So now I'm like, no,
I
sell the
fucking hate
team,
Florida, bro.
move the Bruins, sell
Honestly.
the team, sell the team.
I fucking hate the. That's what it was, selling the team. Holy
sell
shit.
the team.
Yeah, it was the Oakland Athletics, bro. Did you see what happened with their stadium?
Yeah, they were like, they packed the stadium for this anti-boycott. There was like 2,000 people there.
No. They
Yeah.
packed the stadium.
Did they really?
You must saw the wrong.
Maybe it was just like the beginning.
They filled it. Literally every seat was purchased
You
for
serious?
one game. Yeah.
No way.
So basically, they're trying to.
Dude, that stadium is sick.
It's so nice.
It's
so basically,
so sick.
the A's were saying we're gonna relocate to Vegas.
Yes. Yeah.
All right. So basically, the A's owner is the worst owner in probably all of professional sports. Close to it.
Oh.
He's up there. I forget his name, but
What about
he's
Dan Snyder?
he's up there. Yeah. I mean, morally maybe, I don't know, but in terms of owning a
What
team
Jim
and like
Irsay
being
dude.
successful, yeah, he's fucking trash.
Oh man.
So obviously everyone's seen fucking Moneyball, so everyone knows how that works.
Right,
But
right. Brad Pitt owns the team.
since then, yeah. So what people don't know is that Moneyball is actually not a it's actually a documentary. So Brad Pitt
Yeah.
actually owns the team. I'm just kidding.
Right.
No, but
Jonah
so,
Hill's is co-owner.
yeah. So anyways,
That scene. That's a fucking dude. If you like sports movies,
yeah,
that
that's
is a sick
that's a
scene.
really good movie.
That's
honestly,
it is a
in
good movie. That's
general.
just a sick scene. He just keeps pointing.
If they won the championship, that would be probably the best sports movie ever. But obviously,
Yeah,
never,
when he's
they
like,
never got over the hump. So
Giambi, he's hitting 385. You take this guy, and this guy, add up those batting stats. And he's like 385. He's like, correct. And they're all like, what are you doing, man? Like, we can't sign these fucking players.
so funny.
Like, they get on base. And I was like, I don't know enough baseball. Like, is this guy just talking out of his ass? Like,
Yeah, I mean, honestly, whatever. Moneyball aside, that owner fucking sucks. His excuse for being bad was that the fans don't show up to the game, whereas the real reason the fans don't show up to the game is because they don't buy players and they don't fucking sign people.
The Oakland Athletics did a similar thing. Like, I think it was like pre-COVID, where they were like gave out like free tickets or something to a game.
Yeah.
Because they packed the state. I remember again there was like, this is electric.
A couple
And I was like,
teams
why
have
are
done
there
that.
so many people at this Oakland
Yeah,
A's
a
game?
couple
And
teams
it's
have done that. Where
Yeah.
the entire like third row, or whatever, is just free. You just show up and you can.
Dude, there were people. The whole stadium was full. Like for like a random game or whatever. Like,
yeah. I mean, they might have done the whole stadium.
dude, when
but
that
who
fucking
knows?
stadium is packed, dude. Like, are you shitting me? That is the sickest stadium
So
with that huge thing up top and center field and stuff.
exactly.
Like,
It's
unreal.
so nice. So
It's
basically,
unreal.
the owner's like, all right, we're gonna sell the team. We're gonna move it to Vegas, whatever. No, not sell the team. They were just like, we're gonna relocate to Vegas, but we're not gonna sell the team.
Yo,
So the Oakland Athletic fans are like, bro, we don't fucking like relocate. Just sell the team because we're here in Oakland. There's fans in Oakland, but we're not going to the games because you fucking people won't pay any players to play for us. So
right. Yeah,
our team just sucks every year. And then every year when they have any sort of prospect that's decent, they just trade them to a different team. So it's like they're
Yeah.
just perpetually tanking for some reason. I don't know why. I don't pretend to know the business side of any professional sport, but
Right.
but basically they're just perpetually bad, and they're every
Yeah.
time that they've even gotten close to being at least semi decent, they just trade the player away.
Honest to God, I don't think I can name a single player on the A's. Like, not that I could.
Sean
maybe there's
Murphy,
a
I think
bunch
he's
of
the only
teams,
player
but
I know.
I think
He's
Yoenis
their
Cespedes
catcher.
was there at one point. Like,
Yeah, like probably 6
fairly
years ago. That's a
recently?
good
Yeah.
example of someone that
that's the only one I
hasn't
can
played
think
there
of.
in
Like,
so long.
right.
Anyways, yeah. So basically, as soon as the news about relocating came out, people started showing up to the games again, and, like,
Right.
with signs and shit. I mean, you can get into the game for $2. The tickets are
But is
literally
he wrong?
dirt cheap.
Is he totally wrong? Like, I mean, obviously he's wrong in his reasoning.
I'm getting to this. Hold
but,
on.
like-
So ready? So they're showing up to each game after they announced the news that they're trying to sell the team. They're showing up to each game, whatever.
Yep.
And then I don't remember if it was on like Reddit or something, but there was like a big petition or whatever you want to call it, where they're like, all right, next week this game against this team, like pack the fucking house. We're
Yeah.
gonna bring all our shit, whatever.
Yeah.
So they literally sold out the entire stadium for the first time in like I don't even know how
Whatever.
long,
Since the
X
last time
amount
they
of
did
years.
the free thing. Right?
Yeah. So they literally sold out the entire stadium, and this like that's probably I don't know if you saw the pictures of it, but like there's
I
people
didn't,
like
no.
lining the rows of like the right field, left field walls.
Yeah.
And they just have signs that just say like sell the team, sell the team, sell the team.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah.
So basically, like I said, instead of selling the team, he just wants to relocate to Vegas. But
oh, okay. I see what you're saying. Right.
they're insisting that like like
It's
we're
already
not,
done, isn't it? Isn't it?
no,
Oh, it's not.
no.
Oh,
So
okay.
they're basically saying like we're here, we just don't show up because you fucking people suck at running a team.
Does he own all the Oakland teams? Because they all keep leaving.
I doubt it because the Warriors are an Oakland team and they don't.
Okay.
There's no way
So
that
you get
he
the
owns that
Warriors,
team.
which just end up being really, really good.
Yeah.
But like Oakland Raiders, they're gone. Athletics
Yeah,
are
they
gone
went to
now.
Vegas. But well, people.
Uh,
So what I saw the other day, and this is I'll try to look it up real quick, just in case because I don't want to like whatever. But I saw the other day that Oakland or that Las Vegas as a market is like the name is big, but like the actual like fan base like isn't really there because people don't necessarily live in Vegas like as much as like you would
Right,
probably
right.
think. So people were like, "There's no point in moving our team. Like we'll show up if our team was good."
right. Yeah. I
And
guess,
you
yeah,
can
you're
see
right in that.
too. So people have been showing up the last like 8 games, and they have the longest win streak in baseball right now. It's like
Really?
7 or 8 games.
Oh,
Yeah.
damn.
So people are still showing up just to watch because they're winning. Like so,
Right.
they might have lost last night to be honest, but they had the longest, I should say, and like it was like 7 or 8 games for a while.
Noma. He was on the team.
Yeah. And it's just like it's like, dude,
Another
what
guy.
the fuck, bro?
Who was that guy? There was a pitcher too who used to like. I saw those videos where they were like, this was like electric time in Oakland A's history. And there was like a closer or whatever, and he would come into I think it was Enter Sandman, or no, he come out to Walk by Pantera. It's like,
Oh, really?
no. Yeah, and then it would
That's cool.
show all the fans. And I forget the guy's fucking name,
Yeah, I'm not
Clover
sure.
or something like that. And they would all be like headbanging and like doing this like weird thing. I was fucking sick.
You
I
ever
was like, that is
seen the-
electric.
What's his name? Edwin Diaz on the Mets.
Ooh.
The trumpets.
We could pull that up.
True.
We could pull that up now.
We actually could pull that up.
We could pull that up now.
Which one? The Edwin Diaz one or the other one?
No, Oakland A's closer Walk. That's what I would. It's not Metallica. It's like yeah, Balfour Rage.
This one? Alright,
Just try the top one.
it's
I
like
guess.
recorded on someone's phone, but
Is
look
it?
at this. Look at this new technology. It looked like it, yeah.
Yeah, for those just listening, we have
We can't hear it though. That's the only problem. 'cause
some
we
new
don't have
technology.
headphones.
Oh, you can't hear it.
No, we can't. They can.
You can hear it. Okay.
I think so. Maybe not. Hold
I don't know. Hopefully they can hear it. Who knows?
on. That's what he's had. Sorry.
Bear with us here. This is some new technology we're
Might be
trying
able
out.
to- yeah, they can
So if you're
definitely-
watching-
they can definitely hear it now.
If you're watching the podcast, you can see what we're looking at now on the screen
Yeah.
and hear it. So we're like watching a
Yeah,
YouTube
we
video.
can't hear it, but now you can. I mean, John already knows what it is, so he doesn't need to hear it, I suppose.
Yeah, so it's like he's playing this song. I don't know if you probably know this song. He's in a couple of like video games and shit.
Well, they're not going to be able to hear
Are we
you.
getting copyrighted for that? No.
How it's recorded. You just guys playing in our channel.
I'm saying Pantera. Like. So we're gonna play this song
This is
for
pretty
you.
fucking crazy.
He's walking up to this,
Ah,
and these guys are all going fucking bananas. Dude. Like, look at this shit. Like,
wait, pause this for a second.
so it's like, this is a sick entrance. I don't. Maybe they were good then. I don't even know. I honestly don't know.
No, they haven't been good.
This is a
since, like,
divisional round.
They
So.
haven't been good since like the
Or to
90s,
clinch
to
the
be honest.
division. Yeah, so it's like, it's this song, and these guys are all doing this shit to it.
That's hard.
They're all going nuts. I know, it's insane. It's so sick, dude.
Oh well, this kind of builds on my point.
Yeah.
We'll stop it here.
So
This
it's like, yeah,
kinda-
if they're good, you're gonna show up and fucking watch.
exactly.
But yeah, I get it. Why
Um,
would you pay to go watch a shitty team that the owner doesn't care about?
And it's not even the fact that they're a shitty team, because I mean they are a shitty team for the record, but
Yeah.
it's the fact that every time that they've had a good player or a semi-good player, they just get rid of them.
Yeah.
Like Sean Murphy, I think he's their catcher. He's like pretty good, but he's like almost like 40 now, so it's like
Yeah.
you didn't even trade the guy that had any value when he had value. And then they had Matt Chapman is.
Yep.
He's a third baseman for the.
Yep.
I think he's on the Blue Jays now.
Yeah.
But he was like one of their best players too, and they just traded him to the Blue
Did
Jays
they have
for literally like nothing.
Did they not have what's his name too? Donaldson?
No, I don't think so.
No?
Josh Johnson, I don't think so. I think he was on the Blue Jays, the Twins, the Yankees, obviously.
A tween.
But yeah, I don't know. It's whack because it's like there's teams that tank, but usually when teams tank, they have a really good farm system.
Yeah.
So like their players in AAA and AA, single A, those players are usually pretty good or high up on the top 100 prospect list. But it's like they have just neither. Like they just suck and they have no farm system. So it's like yeah, no shit. The fans aren't gonna want to show up. You have no reason to fucking. There's no reason for them to show up. Their team was getting outsold by like minor league teams. Like people were showing up to watch minor league games more than they were showing up to watch the Oakland A's, which is fucking insane. So yeah, I don't know. It kind of sucks, but hopefully they end up just selling the team and then fucking they don't relocate because, like I said, I don't think Vegas is the market they think it is. From what I was reading before, like I was reading like some article about like Las Vegas sports teams and how they like just historically underperform like in value and stuff. Because there's just people, like I said, people don't really live in Vegas, and also when you relocate a team, no one gives a fuck about the team that you just relocated. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Like, I mean, think about it. Like, if you're like the Vegas Golden Knights, for example, they've never had a hockey team.
Right.
So when they're starting a hockey team from scratch, Vegas is probably a pretty decent city to start it from because you're already starting from zero.
Right.
When you're relocating a shitty team, so like if they were to
Right,
relocate
right.
to Vegas, the A's still suck as a franchise. So it's like Vegas, there's no fans that are gonna be like, oh, I can't wait to go see my baseball team in Las Vegas. But
Yeah,
like,
it is probably pretty tough to do. But
Yeah.
like the Winnipeg Jets did that. They went from Atlanta when they were like notoriously terrible, the Atlanta Thrashers, and then they relocated back to Winnipeg.
I think it's a little different,
And
just
like,
because it's Canada and it's hockey.
Right. Yeah, but you think with baseball, it's America, you know.
Yeah, but it's Vegas though. Like I just don't think
Yeah.
people care about baseball in Vegas. I don't know. I mean,
Probably
like I
not.
said, I don't know the business. I can't
I
even
think
pretend
it's
to
just
know the
you're
business.
kind of
but-
banking on people like just like wanting a team to like root for. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and that's my point. Is I just don't think anyone's going to be there to root for them. Maybe if they were a good
Yeah,
team.
maybe. I
but
don't know.
I mean, yeah.
I think
Again,
people said that about the
I
Knights
wouldn't know.
and shit too, and
Yeah,
and the Raiders. It's like
yeah,
I don't know. Do they care?
yeah. I'd like to
about,
see that. I would like to see the numbers on like the Raiders because I think they're a pretty good case study for
I
it.
bet you could market it.
Because it's football. I mean, I know like baseball's America's pastime, but football is like the sport to like the most popular sport in America, like by far.
Right.
So I would like to see like the numbers on it because
I
they're
mean-
also a team that like isn't very good. I mean, they're not like
it's
terrible,
Vegas
but-
too, so you could just set it up as like a spectacle. Of like, oh, we're going to Vegas. Let's go stop and watch an A's game too, or something like that. You know that you
Yeah.
got enough of that market of like
True.
people who are like
Baseball tickets are cheap too.
also traveling from like outside the country or something. Maybe you don't even know what baseball is, and like, oh,
Yeah.
we'll check out a baseball game. You could also check out a hockey game. You could do like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah, that's a good.
There is a market like there for
For sure.
some sort of show, which is what Vegas is. But like, I don't know.
I just think it's cool to see like the fans showing up.
Yeah,
like,
right.
Showing out, putting their money where their mouth is and stuff. Even though, like I said, the team fucking blows. So
Mm.
and it sucks too, because like I said, you usually get at least one guy that's like. You usually have a good farm system if you're bad, like a semi-good farm system if you're bad.
Right.
But it's like their team is bad, but it's like they don't even have one guy in their farm system that's like, oh, well, when this guy gets called up, at least we can go watch him. Like,
Yeah,
you know, did you see that guy on the Reds, Ellie De La Cruz?
I've definitely heard that name. Yeah,
Bro, one of his first at bats this season,
he
he had like a
smashed them
fucking
all right.
480
Yeah.
foot bomb, like
Yeah.
first at bat.
That was his first home run, wasn't it?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
I think it was one of his first at bats as well, but and like so like Cincinnati Reds are also bad as a team overall. They're not like as bad because it's like they've Joey Votto and they've had good
Right, they've
players
been
in the
in the
past.
mix.
And, yeah, and they've tried to
Yes, Week.
and they've tried to get better. Like they've paid free agents and they've traded for people, whatever.
Yep.
But they're definitely a rebuilding team right now. But it's like they called up that guy, and then it's like people were like, all right, I'm gonna go see this guy play because he's fucking
Right.
electric.
Right.
Funnily enough, he's also like almost 6'10". Like he's literally a beast. Him and I almost said Nelson Cruz. What's his name on the Pirates?
Yeah, like the shortstop.
Yeah, he was like 7 feet
Yeah,
tall.
he's huge.
Yeah, his last name is Cruz as well.
Yeah.
And so is this
No,
guy,
yeah,
which is,
I know,
like
yeah,
funny.
I know what you're talking about.
But yeah,
Yeah, that kid's sick too.
He also had like the fastest like first to third time this year,
Oh, really?
or like home to third or whatever the stat is. I think it's first to third or something like that. I think the fastest one of the whole year, which is like funny. So just a 6'7".
Well, he's almost
demon
there when he runs
that- yeah,
first.
facts. Hits nukes and just runs faster than anyone else in the league, which is crazy.
That kid on the Angels is nasty too. He's a pitcher.
Shohei
You seen
Ohtani.
that? Yeah. I forget his name. What he is? He's got like 25 pitches in the major league so far, and none of them have been below 100 miles an hour or something.
Oh, he's just like a reliever or
Just
something, or
throws
like a
fucking
closer. I don't know who it is. I'm trying to think. I don't watch the Angels enough to really know.
yeah, I
'cause
can't think of his name. I just
they
saw
kinda
it.
suck,
I
too.
was just like, what the fuck?
That just reminded me though. Quick stat off the dome.
Oh.
Shohei Ohtani has struck out the second most batters in the American League and has the most home runs,
That's sick.
which is insane.
I know.
I mean, the home runs part is crazy because the home runs part is less impressive because Aaron Judge didn't play like 20 games or something like that.
Yeah.
So he'd probably be up there too, but still, it's like, damn, bro. Shaking out fucking everyone, and then you're also just hitting bombs. Like,
You're just winning baseball games on your own. Like,
and it's funny because 2 years ago, people were like, "Oh, well, it's just like a hot season. Like, he's not going to be that good." And
Right.
they're like, "Oh, he's not really even that good of a pitcher. He's just like serviceable." Like, no,
seems like
he's
he's
probably
doing
like the
alright.
third best pitcher in the league.
Seems
I would
like he's
say
doing
at least.
Just fine.
Yeah, and he crushes every time he gets to the plate.
That's insane, dude. I think no one people talk about Ohtani, but
And they still suck.
he should be like the most popular athlete in the country. Like
It might be racism. I'm not gonna lie.
maybe
Not racism, but like
It might just be like lack of like knowledge of like.
I
Again,
think.
who cares about baseball? Like, I don't know.
But I also think there's probably a big section of. I mean, I guess it would be racism, but I don't mean like in the sense of like they're like, oh, he's Asian, so we don't like him. I think it's more of like people don't attach themselves to European or Asian players
right.
as much as like American players, just in general. I mean,
So
that's
it's like more of like a less relatability than it is like
yeah,
actual probably
yeah,
racism.
exactly. Yeah, I don't think people actually feel like he's Asian, so I don't like him. But it's like,
They just can't connect to
yeah,
him.
just exactly,
Right.
yeah. And I mean, we've seen that in other sports before too. With like, people say that shit about like Jokic and stuff. They're like, oh, Jokic is like Serbian, so like he's not gonna get this or that, or people don't
Right.
like him like that or this, whatever.
Right.
People don't respect him in that way, but whatever. I mean, it is what it is. But yeah, he definitely should be. He's definitely probably the best player in the game in terms of like
He's like
his
I think
impact.
maybe the best athlete we've ever seen. It's insane.
Yeah, he's definitely the most impactful.
Because there was a
player,
couple
like,
like
dude, they lost. They were up 8-2 yesterday, and they lost. Like they blew an 8-2 lead in like the 7th inning, bro.
yeah.
I'm like, bro, how much more can you ask of this guy?
Yeah.
He lets up. He gives up 2 earned runs the entire game, and then he comes out and then instantly they just lose the game.
Right. They just fall
Like,
apart.
bro.
It's like-
And Mike Trout had like a fucking 4-hit night. I'm pretty sure or something like.
yeah, it was like that tweet. You ever seen that
yeah,
tweet? Where
yeah.
It's just like
Literally, it's like the most accurate tweet I've ever seen.
Trout and Ohtani have both done something that has been done in the last 45
Yeah.
years, and the Angels also lost 3-2
Yeah.
or whatever.
Because like, yeah, it's like Shohei
Or
Ohtani
4-3.
and Mike Trout combined to do blah blah blah. That hasn't been done since Tungsten Armo Doyle or whatever.
yeah, literally.
Yeah, and they're like, and Angels lose 10-4.
Right. Yeah.
Like,
yeah,
bro.
literally. Yeah.
That shit's crazy. I mean, I guess that's the fucking nature of baseball.
I
You have
guess,
to actually
dude.
have a good team. You can't just have 2 good players. But teams will keep doing it though. Ohtani will be a Red Sox soon enough.
Oh.
Red Sox?
Red Sox.
Is that what it would be called?
I think he'd be a Red Sox.
He'd be a Red Sox.
That doesn't sound right, but I think that's what he would say.
Whatever. Fuck it. Anyways.
Oh, that our league wrapped up too.
Oh, true. We didn't talk about that.
No.
Would you like to take the reins?
Yeah. Yeah, it was a tough game, you know. Just went out there, played our game, and it's like those every interview when they're like, "You just lost the fucking Stanley Cup Finals in
Like,
7.
did
Like,
you-
How do you feel about it?" And the guy's just sitting in his locker like, "I just want to die."
They're like, so Bergeron, did you guys lose this game or did they win?
right?
and you're just like,
you know, they had to do the same generic.
What?
We went out there and we just played our
Yeah,
hardest.
trip.
It was a good season.
Yeah.
You know, just came up a little
That
bit
Blake Griffin
short,
bit.
and you know, we just gotta try to correct these mistakes in the future. And
You know who does that? You know who was like the
Uh,
most guilty of that was this year was fuck, what's his name? He's on the Bruins. Fuck,
he's on the
dude,
Bruins.
The young dude. He's got like the Tyler.
Pasta? Tyler Bertuzzi?
Yeah, Tyler Bertuzzi. I've ever seen like an interview when they got eliminated and he was just in his locker like, yeah, I don't know, man.
Yeah.
I don't know.
This had the most
Yeah, we
devastating
lost.
loss ever. It's like, why do you even
Yep.
have to interview these guys? Like, you
Like,
know exactly how they feel. Like,
yeah, it's so stupid.
What do
And
you-
I mean, clearly you don't even remember that. So
No,
clearly
yeah,
it's like
no, I
a
don't know
stupid
what you're
interview.
talking
Like,
about even.
yeah, pointless interview. I just remember because
so I've seen it a million
It's just
times.
funny.
It's just like a dumb thing to do. But yeah, anyways, so we lost in the finals, which sucked. I mean, Wilson just went to
Mickey
another
Mouse.
level.
Mickey Mouse went.
Mickey Mouse ring.
Yeah.
He went to another
They
level.
also
like all
don't-
playoffs. He was averaging like 21 in the playoffs.
Yeah, Wilson was turned. They also injured you and the other guy. So
Yeah, Flats rolled his ankle. That sucked. I don't know if you can
Suspicious.
see it on the camera.
suspicious.
That bruise is starting to fucking grow.
Which that play when you hurt your leg, that wasn't as bad as like the other one, but
No, that was just a kind of. I mean, they were both accidents, but like
yeah,
it does suck. To yeah, right.
they
Yeah,
want you to
dude, that
think.
was insane. Like when Wilson hit I like went up for a layup, or I got by somebody at the top. So then there was just an open lane to the basket, so I just went like full speed.
Yeah, buddy took like a charge, dude.
Went up for the layup, yeah. And when I went up for the layup, his knee hit like the center of my thigh,
Yeah, it was
like
fucked up.
super
Quad
hard.
shot.
Yeah. So then my leg went numb below my knee. I like couldn't like.
Standard.
Feel
Makes
my foot.
sense. It looked like it would have.
So then I was like, oh shit! Like I can't move my leg. I can't move my ankle. That was
Yeah.
like the weirdest part. It was just like it reminded me of football. Like they call it a stinger, where it's
Yeah.
like something just goes numb real quick and then it like comes back. But like I was on the ground and I was like, I can't move my body is not doing what I'm telling it to do, which was
Yeah.
like kind of scary
Facts.
for a second. And then it came back. It was pretty quick. But like, dude,
Charlie horse.
that is like a top 3 pain I've ever had. And
Yeah,
I like
that was bad.
it fucking killed because the adrenaline's still going from the game. So like, I could finish the game. But
It also
like,
doesn't help that Wilson's like 6'4" and his knee was like on your quad.
yeah,
It wasn't
no,
like,
yeah,
It was like his like if your quad hit his quad, it wouldn't have mattered. But it was like
Right.
literally his knee.
It was his
just
kneecap, like, right
directly
in,
into
so
your
then
fucking leg.
I
I
was
was like, shit.
I was hurt for the rest of that game. Like,
And that was like the second point of the game.
yeah, it
Keep
was
in
pretty
mind.
early.
So and then, so you were injured. You could literally tell just watching. I mean, maybe you didn't feel like it, but just watching, I could tell that you were slowing down. Like you weren't
yeah, I just couldn't do it.
going as hard as
I was
you
trying.
normally do.
I was just like,
And then when you're, I was, is his name
Flats.
John?
yeah,
Okay, I always like forget his name. But John, other John, he also rolled his ankle pretty bad. Like he was on the ground for at least 2 minutes, probably 3 minutes, just like sitting there like fuck, bro.
yeah,
And then after that, I mean, he barely even like did anything. He was
Yeah.
kind of just going through the motions, which I mean, again, understandable.
yeah. So then I don't know. I tried to shoot us out of it, but couldn't hit my
There's
shots.
nothing
and
you can
then,
do at that point.
You know, it's like when you got 2 guys that aren't mobile. You
Yeah.
just do it the best you can.
And even when you're shooting, like you don't think that your injury would affect a jump shot, but it definitely does, just subconsciously.
Yeah.
Like, if anything, just taking energy out of you. But even just like jumping, like even if you're not feeling the pain when you're jumping, like there's the mechanics just aren't.
Right.
They might feel the same, but they're definitely
Yeah,
not,
and then
so
they went on a.
the
I mean,
power's wrong. And
we went up like 14-4,
yeah,
and
Wilson.
then
so
we just
many.
went. They went on an
Bro, Wilson
insane
could
run.
not miss,
like,
dude.
yeah,
And he's one of those guys that you really can't guard. Like you can't really
right.
contest a jump shot of.
I just couldn't
of
keep
him.
up. I was like, this fucking sucks so bad. So we lost that, and then that's the end of that.
Yep.
And then Wilson ended up winning the tournament yesterday too. So first,
really?
First player in history to win
The
3v3
League.
and
The NBA.
a golf tournament all in 1 week. Yeah,
Yeah. The MBA,
the MBA,
not NBA.
MBA.
The Mullen Basketball Association.
Yeah, so that sucked. But we redrafted teams, and then season starts. I'm gonna win.
Yeah, you got the 5 squad.
Yeah, we got the meme
It
team.
starts a week from tomorrow.
Meme team. So
Yeah, they got the meme team.
gonna have some fun this season.
My team's looking solid.
Yeah, I'm just like
actually
not
excited.
trying to get hurt anymore. I'm like, fuck
Yeah,
this.
I feel that.
After that, I was like, you know what? It might
Might not be worth it.
Yeah, I was like, it's with a heavy heart that
I mean, you did everyone else a favor.
it was with a heavy heart that I'm gonna have to I have to announce my my retirement from pickup sports and the game that I love since I was a kid. That shit's so funny. You ever seen like just some guy like
Rudy Gobert.
some
That's what you
pitcher who's done like 28 years in the league or whatever, and he's just like
want.
a quarterback. Dude, that was the funniest thing. You know who Opie and Anthony are?
No.
It's like an old. It's like the original sort of like podcast kind of thing, like original Rogan sort of. It was like a
Damn.
radio show,
They must have fell off because I don't know who they are.
right? It was a radio show in like New York, like back in like the early 2000s, 90s, or whatever. And they would just have a bunch of comedians on, and they would just sit and talk for like it was basically a podcast, like one of the first
Yeah.
podcasts. But he used to do some bit, one of the guys, and he would just be like, "No boy," like or whatever, like and they were showing a clip of a guy retiring. I can't remember who the pitcher was. It was some pitcher, and he's like, 10 years ago, or he's like 20 years ago, the dream started for a little boy to play the professional game of baseball. The guy just goes, he's like, he starts to cry, and the guy just goes, oh boy. So funny, dude.
That's actually hilarious,
Professional
bro.
game of baseball. Oh boy.
It's like, oh god, okay. That's
But
fucking
yeah.
funny, man.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna start. Unfortunately, gonna have to start taking it easy. And the last like 2 years, I've gotten significant enough injuries that it's like affected work. And then I'm like,
Yeah.
I
That's not worth it at that
you know,
point.
it's not.
That's
not
why
worth
it's nice being like. I mean, that's why it's just nice having a thing on me when I'm on the court, because like I don't have to drive to the basket. I just shoot. You know?
Right.
I told you I'm the best shooter in the league, and you know,
Well,
it's gonna show this season for sure.
Yeah, I mean,
Because I got a number 2 MVP candidate on my team from last season. So
We'll have to see.
he's gonna demand attention, and then they're gonna leave me open, and then I'll just be, you know, knocking them things down, as they say.
All right. Well, it's stroking that bitch.
Yeah. Shit.
Keeping it on you.
Fuck. There's another thing I was gonna say about that fucking. It's my quarterback.
It's my corner. That's so funny.
My teammate.
T.O.
That's such a funny guy to like go to like the fucking
Go to like the
go to war
the
with.
gates
Like,
of hell.
yeah.
For Tony Romo.
Yeah.
my quarterback.
They should have put Tony Romo in that video. What the fuck?
Well, he
How-
retired a
how
while
fast
ago.
they forget.
He kind of retired a while ago.
Did he
And
not
was-
retire the same year as Peyton? Or the year after?
No,
Or year
no, because he
before?
was calling his games.
Oh,
I
really?
think at least once. Maybe not. Yeah, it might have been him and Peyton though. Like Eli.
Also, like, I don't know, retire and like Ben Roethlisberger has been retired for like 3 seasons. He's just been on the roster, but he hasn't played in like
right,
at
right.
least 3 years, I think.
Right.
So it's like he's retired as well. I think the only player in that video that actually played until they retired was Tom Brady.
Yeah,
Pretty sure the rest of them just kind of got forced to retire, which is fucked up. But
yeah.
yeah, they should have put my boy TR in there.
T.R.
He's just kidding. I don't know
I
anything.
think
about
the people
Tony
were basically too like Tony Romo was just kind of okay. Like he's not that great, and then
Phillip
T.O. was
Rivers.
just like quarterback. I was like, they
For
didn't
real.
say anything like that bad about him. Like,
Literally.
they're literally just like he's not that great. And
You're
he's
like,
just
listen, he hasn't really done anything, which is objectively true.
it's 100% true. He's like the most middle of the pack mediocre
For real.
quarterback. Like
Him
he's
and
still a Hall of
him and
Famer,
Phillip
though.
Rivers. I was laughing at that video too because I was like, imagine at the end they just threw like Carson Palmer in there or something.
Yeah,
Just, like,
right.
some,
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
some guy who played at the same time but really didn't do anything, and they're just like, or like they throw like fucking I don't
Matt
even know.
Castle.
Like, yeah,
Just like what?
fucking Andy Dalton
Josh
or something.
McCown.
Or they throw someone who's not retired yet. Matt
Right,
Ryan
yeah.
goes in the video.
Jameis Winston.
Yeah.
Just him getting traded. Like
Him eating a W on the
yeah.
sideline.
Oh, that's so funny, dude.
That's good as fuck.
I forgot about that video. We eat W's.
They throw Derek Carr in the video.
They
They're
had
like,
someone on part of my take, one of his teammates, and they asked him about that, and he was like, "Yeah, none of us had any fucking idea what he was talking about."
Yeah.
Everyone was like,
He
"What is this?"
He was on the bath salts or
We
something.
eat W's,
like that.
baby. Oh, what a fucking! He's a meme.
Yeah, he really is. Hopefully he's like successful. When you have the most touchdowns and most interceptions one year or something like that.
Yeah, he went 30 and 30 or something.
That's fucking crazy, bro.
That's insane.
ESPN's 30 for 30, 30 for 30.
30 for 30, but 30 for 30.
Yeah.
What if I told you?
ESPN's 30 for 30 presents 30-30.
30 and 30.
Yeah. The Jameis Winston story. Oh,
Mr.
shit.
Crab legs himself.
That's funny as fuck. Anyways, 40 minutes in.
We're 40 minutes in.
43, yeah.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Oh, shit,
Is it a
son.
topic at this point?
All right, so yeah.
I mean,
so
people don't really care, I don't think.
No. If they do, we don't care, so.
And if they do, well, fuck them.
Why? Because fuck them, that's why. Why do you talk about sports for 40 minutes?
Yeah.
Why? Because fuck them, that's why.
No, but I mean, like you said at the beginning, a bunch of shit happened since the last time
Yeah.
we talked because it's Sunday now.
Yeah. All right, so this is my topic that we're getting into this week. It's pretty much just, you know what? I'll try to turn it into like a little quiz for you. So, we'll see. We'll see. We'll see if I can like word this and spin this or whatever.
Right,
Uh,
right.
Yeah. So it's just a bunch of animal facts that I thought were pretty
Okay.
cool. It's
I'm
like-
not the biggest animal person, but
Yeah, we'll see.
I've
if you
seen
can-
I've seen Our Planet. I've seen every episode of Our Planet.
We'll see if you can guess some of these animals.
All right,
I'm
bet,
talking
bet,
about.
bet, 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 bet.
Or I'll give a little fact. Hey,
Real
look
quick
up
before
on-
we start,
Oh.
one last thing. Apparently yesterday our mom didn't know what an axolotl was.
I mean,
Fun
yeah,
fact.
that's fair, I guess.
I don't think it is,
They're
but
kind of freaky little things.
yeah, but I think everyone knows what they are except her.
Maybe. Except mom. She's the only one.
Our cousin wanted one.
Oh,
Aaron,
yeah.
Aaron wants an axolotl.
Yeah, they don't die.
And Gavin was like tweaking about it apparently because he thinks they're gross.
Oh.
I was like, dude, you're a baby. Like, it doesn't have to be in your room.
It's also in a thing.
Yeah, it's in a tank.
Not
I don't
walking
think
around.
Honestly, knowing Erin, she might walk that thing. Like,
Yeah,
with a
right.
leash on
Yeah.
and walk it around
Something
the
like a
house.
leash is just dead behind it. Just dragging it.
Anyways,
You know they don't die.
just never.
Axolotls, they're like theoretically
regenerative?
immortal. Yeah, literally. They can regenerate every part of their body,
kinda sick.
including their brain. The only way they die is if they get like sick or something.
That's like that SpongeBob episode where like they cut off Patrick's arm or leg or something, and he
It's
just
just like,
spawns a new Patrick
Yeah,
from
right.
the arm,
Yeah.
which is not how that works.
No, but like yeah, they can like regenerate their entire body.
that's crazy.
It's
Actually,
nuts.
good for them.
All right, first one, Tigers. You ever heard of him? Not the rapper.
Crack City bitch.
Crack City bitch.
Anyways,
They can eat 40 pounds in a single meal.
I feel like I actually knew something similar to
40
that.
pounds.
Well,
Now,
not the actual number, but
After such a big meal, how long do you think they can go without eating again?
a month.
A week.
Oh
A
shit.
week, dude. Because that makes sense. That like
That's
a
crazy,
lot of
actually.
like animals you hear be like, yeah, this anaconda ate once 3 years ago, and
I
now
was
it's
gonna
fine.
say
But like no, every
40
week
pounds a week.
they're eating 40 fucking pounds.
That's fucked up, bro.
And that's just sometimes. Like,
That's where Carol Baskin's husband went, bro.
yo, that guy was like probably more than
Allegedly.
40 pounds.
Actually, no, I think they actually found him.
Did they?
Yeah, like recently. I'm pretty sure they found him. Anyways,
Certain types of male penguins propose to their female by giving them a
a
pebble.
Yep,
How about that?
I've seen that one before.
And they mate for life.
I think it's supposed to be the most. I think they try to find the most round pebble they can find.
Yeah, they mate for life too. So it's like this penguin goes.
I mean, they
and
don't have divorce court, so it makes sense. It's not really much you can do
But you
at that
think
point.
animals are out there just fucking away. Whoever. No,
Loyal
penguins are
ass
loyal.
penguin, bro.
that's when you see some penguin coming home to the wrong igloo. Who the fuck is this bitch?
You ever seen Pingu?
Pengu? Yeah.
Yeah, it's just like that type of
Pengu
shit.
does divorce court.
He walks in, they're just arguing back and forth because they can't get divorced because they're penguins. There's no court.
No, you fuckers. No, it's your fault. It's your fault.
Pengu's in the corner.
Another thing. And another thing.
Pengu's in the corner.
You're like,
Really
Mr.
good
Pengu,
show.
please. Try to control yourself. I will hold you in contempt of court.
Oh shit.
That language will not be used in this court.
Goated show, bro. Such a good show.
You ever wonder why penguins or flamingos stand on one leg?
No,
Or why they're pink?
I actually don't, but I'd like to know. I know the pink one, but
Okay. Well, what is it then?
because they eat like a certain shrimp or something like that, and it
Yeah.
makes them pink, or a certain
Yeah.
bug or something.
They eat so much of the one thing that it turns them pink.
That's
They
hard.
stand on one leg. I always thought this was like, I don't know what I thought it was.
Swag type shit.
They're just stunting. They keep one leg up because it, when it's closer to their body, it conserves body heat.
Yeah, that makes sense.
But I feel like they're like in like
I was gonna say,
deserts and shit.
yeah, I was
like
gonna
it's
say,
already
aren't
hot.
they in hot climate? I mean, clearly not, but
Yeah.
that's kind of crazy,
How many ants do you think an anteater can consume in a single day?
bro.
Ants and termites. JD.
Fucking 1,000, 100,000, like
35,000, dude. Which I don't know who
Where do you
sat
even
there
find
and
them
fucking counted
I
all
was
the
gonna
ants
say
they were
that
eating.
too. Yeah, where
I,
they'd probably just ask one of them
Just
to be
sitting there.
honest. Because like, oh yeah, probably like 35, 36,000.
an interview? Like,
Yeah.
you would have guessed. I don't know, like 35,000, something.
'Cause
Like
that- I mean, it depends on the day, I guess.
it depends on, yeah. It depends on feeling it. Cats actually do not meow outside of captivity without
What are they, like,
human
roar instead?
interaction. No,
See, I always wonder this. Where do
meows
they
are not an innate cat language. They develop them to communicate with humans.
I mean, it doesn't fucking work because it
Right.
doesn't.
I've still never heard a cat say anything I understood. So.
Where do they, this is what I never understand. Where do they find, like, let me think of how to word this. Like, if you had a cat, right, and
Yeah.
it was just like outside, like, is there like a community where there's like, I think about this with like guinea pigs. Like, where do they find like wild
Yeah, I don't
guinea
know.
pigs or wild cats? Like, I mean, I guess cats are more common because you can just have like a stray or whatever, and then
Right. I don't
whatever,
know.
but
I don't know where they live that aren't
it's
like.
so weird.
Yeah.
Or
I think
like,
a house
yeah.
cat is a breed now.
I mean, yeah, for
So
sure.
like every other cat in the world is just like a tiger or like a ocelot or
ocelot?
something. Yeah, like they're probably
Makes
not
sense.
like non-domesticated wild house cats.
yeah, that's a good, unless like I said, they're like
Cats-
strays or something.
They can make more than 100 different sounds, and dogs can only make 10.
Fucking stupid ass dogs.
Right? That's what
I
I'm
fuck
saying.
with cats anyways. So.
I don't either. This one's pretty cool.
I mean, I fuck with dogs too, but
Fuck with
cats are
dogs.
definitely way more chill.
Fuck with my dogs.
Cats are way more chill. They're way lower maintenance.
Mm.
You just put the fucking what is that thing called?
Litter box.
Litter box. Yeah, you just put that somewhere, and then they just
They just
you don't really
cat
have to-
around.
you just to feed them once a day or whatever.
They
and then
think
you're
cats kill an estimated billion birds a year.
good. It's not enough, if you ask me.
Kill them all. This one's weird.
See, that's crazy, bro.
African buffalo are both democratic and feminists.
Democratic meaning like they.
Well, let me get to that.
Okay.
A bunch of libtards. Only adult females can vote which way they travel. They indicate this by standing up, looking in one direction, and then lying back down. I don't know how the
See,
fuck
this
that,
one, I'm like, they should just speak to each other, you know?
that is. How
They should just develop actual linguistics. And then they wouldn't have to do that.
well, all right.
And then everyone could vote.
We'll talk to them about it. Nah, I just
You
I
need to
don't
fight for. You need to fight for men's. What is it? Buffalo or bison? What'd you say?
know. African buffalo.
Male buffalo right to vote. Male buffalo suffrage. 2024.
Civil rights for buffalo.
Yeah.
Unlike most every other mammal, cats can't taste sweetness. They are also often lactose intolerant.
I knew they were lactose intolerant. I've heard that before.
How weird is that?
Because you obviously like the trope is to give them milk or whatever.
Right.
But yeah, I think they
And
can't.
they're like,
drink
stop giving me this shit.
it. They're like, bro, this makes me feel like ass. What was the other part of that? What was the first part?
They can't taste sweetness.
That's
Which-
interesting.
Also, I
Which
don't
makes sense though, because I've definitely been like, oh, why don't you give your cat like, you know,
chocolate. Or
like they have like pup cups,
yeah,
which is like ice cream for your dog. Like, there's no cat variant of that.
yeah. I don't know how they know that either. Like, did they ask a cat? And he was just like,
Maybe they
I'm
just-
not getting anything here. I don't
They
know.
just surveyed like 10,000 cats, and they just put a
focus
fucking,
group.
Yeah, just put a fucking dab of whipped cream in their bowl and just see if they ate it.
See if they went nuts
They
after.
just
Like,
never did.
they just didn't like it. The toothy grin of chimps in TV shows doesn't mean what you think. That expression signals fear or anxiety in the chimps world.
Yeah.
They make a grunting sound when they're happy.
Shout out to Caesar.
So anytime you've ever seen a chimp that's like smiling, like, hey, it's freaking the
He's
fuck
actually
out.
tweaking.
It's
Yeah.
losing its mind. Yeah.
He's having an internal crisis. Makes sense.
Humans have sweat pores all over their bodies. Dogs only have sweat pores on their feet.
Wait, say that again. Sorry.
So like we have pores that
Oh,
we
yeah,
sweat
yeah.
out of. Dogs only have that on their feet.
Oh, I thought they couldn't sweat at all. I thought that's why they like panted or something.
It's like part of why they pant, but they can a little bit.
Oh, that's bad weird.
Cats have over 20 muscles to control just their ears alone and can rotate them 180 degrees.
Yeah, that makes sense. I've seen
It's nuts.
cat ears in many different positions. Like
Mm.
just from feeding our parents' friends' cats. Like they every time I go over there, they're doing
Tweaking.
weird shit over there. Before I get there.
Elephants in Africa. Certain herds of elephants in Africa have developed specific warning calls to warn each other about humans.
Dude, that just reminded me. I wonder if they can.
Which
I'll
is kind of
come
crazy.
back to that in a second, but
Yeah.
I wonder if cats can do that for like a to hear better, like
What?
To watch their own six, like rotate their ears 180,
Yeah.
and they can hear behind them a little
I think
better.
that's what it is. Like they hear something real quick and they're like, just
That's
flip
pretty
their ear.
crazy.
It's fucking insane.
That one makes sense too.
Dolphins can swim up to 18 miles an hour. The average human can swim about 4. I think 4 is still.
I feel like 18 is not that impressive
18 miles an hour.
for a fish.
Yeah, I guess for a fish.
I mean, I
but
guess they're mammals technically, but like
mammal.
like I can run way faster than that. I can run at least like probably not. I can probably run like 15,
Yeah, for like not that
15,
long.
20. Yeah, facts. Is there more stats there, or is it just the
Just as
18?
that. Yeah. It
Huh.
says the average human can swim 4 miles an hour. I feel like that's fast.
No. 4 miles an hour.
Like you'd
Nah.
be fucking kind of cooking
The
in the
average.
water.
I mean, what's the? The average human might not even be able to fucking swim. So
That's
like, what does
true.
that even?
I don't know. I'm not even sure about the like.
This could be just.
This could be all made up.
Made up,
Yeah.
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 You just turn it around. It's just like fucking someone's personal domain. Like, they just made everything up.
Right. At the end, it's just like psych. None of this is real. A blue whale's tongue can weigh about the same as a female elephant, or equal to about 6 grand pianos.
I've heard that before too.
It's
That's just
insane,
fucking
dude.
wild.
And their hearts are like the size of like a
I don't fuck
Camry
with
or
whales
something.
at all.
No, they're fucking.
They're way too
freaky.
large.
Way too big, dude. When a koala bear is born, it's about half the size. It's about the size of a big jelly bean. It can't see or hear, but it already has the ability
Koala?
to climb. Yeah.
I don't think people fuck with koalas either. I'm pretty sure they're pretty mean.
Yeah,
Pretty
they're
mean
like
animals.
bears. Like people don't realize they're just cute looking. So like they don't. They also are are ravaged by chlamydia.
Word.
which is insane.
Back to the whale fact for a second.
Oh.
What I don't understand. So the blue whale specifically is like the biggest animal on Earth or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
I don't understand. People are like, oh, they're not predators. Like they eat krill or whatever. I don't understand why they're so big then. Because think about like evolution and shit. Like
I don't know.
Like other animals are large because they're predators, or they're large to like a giraffe, for example. It has a long neck so it can eat the trees above, whatever, and it like developed that. Why the fuck is the whale so big if it doesn't fucking eat other whales or like eat other massive animals?
I would say that's
Like I don't even understand
just
that.
an ecological thing where it's like the whale was just for whatever reason put there to balance out the ocean.
Yeah, but I guess my question is like
those krill would just like infest every ocean. And, like,
okay, maybe that is
throw
why.
off like plant things and stuff like that too.
Yeah, invasive species type of shit. That would make sense.
That is weird when we were like learning about that stuff in like high school and like whatever. Like you take like one little thing out of like an ecosystem, and it just cripples the whole.
You ever use like the website before, the simulation website?
No.
Where you can do that. There's like
No.
I don't even remember what it's called, but I'm sure someone knows what it is. It's like there's like 10 species or something, and you can just like control how much of each there are in the ecosystem. You just like run the simulation. It just shows like what happens. So like,
oh no shit.
if you take the bugs out, like this dies and this dies and this,
Yeah.
and like one species just like owns the world.
It's just wild,
like,
yeah.
what the
To
fuck?
just like have like one little like fly that you remove from the ecosystem that seems to just do nothing, and it's like okay, well then the birds die, then the birds die, then the cats die, then like
Shit's wild, bro. To go back to the whales one more time. Sorry, did you see the thing with the orcas, but sinking all those ships?
yeah, they're like fucking with boats or something.
Yeah, they rallied the other day. There was 30 orcas in like some like bay, and like no one knows why. It's never happened before.
Dude, they're
were just-
crazy.
They were just assembling in that like I forget what bay it was. It was like a popular one that like I had heard of
They're
before.
getting ready to take the fucking.
It was like
take the
30
land.
of them. They were just grouping up there, and then they just dipped, and like no one knows what
They're like,
happened.
what's up? Like,
They're like, we're just letting you know.
it's like a turf thing.
Yeah, we know how to get here.
They're like, just so you know, we roll deep.
Yeah, I think there was something.
30 motherfuckers on your beach right now.
For real. The one that so for those who don't know, I guess I just run through it quick, but there's like a bunch of orcas and they were learning how to sink ships because
Yeah, they're like
they were
teaching
being
them-
hunted.
Yeah,
So they were teaching like their young how to sink ships and like
yeah.
teaching other orcas like how to sink ships.
They were like fucking with the propellers or something, which is insane.
which is wild. Anyways.
It's just like crazy to think about. Like one where you're leaving your I guess now in the ocean you can kind of like dock your boat wherever and they bring you out to it. But like I don't know if it was on docks. If it was on the dock, like that'd be crazy.
I don't think they got that close to the shore. I think it was more
Yeah.
of like bigger ships that
There's also a pod of orcas in like the Pacific Northwest that for whatever reason was only eating like sea salmon or something like that. They weren't eating like anything else.
they weren't eating like other fish like
No,
they usually
they're
do.
just eating like the salmon for some reason. They don't know
Vegans?
why. Yeah, maybe.
Or I guess not vegans. but
Pescatarian.
yeah, pescatarian.
Pescatarian fucking orcas.
Little known fact: all ocean animals are pescatarian.
Yeah, right. Yeah. Speaking of giraffes, their tongues are 21 inches long.
I've seen that before too, because they be
That ain't nothing.
drinking the nectars of different fruits and such. I think.
Mm. Greyhounds, the fastest dog, reach 45 miles an hour.
Yeah, that's fucking absurd.
The average dog only runs around 19. So for whatever
Think
reason,
about the fastest dog you know, and then triple it
yeah, literally,
or
like,
double it, whatever.
it would get pulled over.
That's
through
crazy.
a speed, like through a school zone.
Yeah, it would literally outrun your car if you were just driving on the road normally,
Yeah,
which is insane.
45 miles an hour is so fast.
Think about if you're going around
be
Weymouth. At
running.
least me personally, I'll admit it. I go 40 miles an hour a lot of
Yeah.
the time. So think about that, and then think about a dog running beside your car like faster than your
slightly faster. Yeah. And then cheetahs run like
That's
80
crazy.
or something. Like
yeah,
something
but that one's for like a
bananas.
minute
Yeah,
or
but
something,
still,
or like 30
80,
seconds.
dude.
Yeah, that's
You
fucked.
know when you're going 80 on any highway and you're like, I'm going so fast right now.
Yeah,
Like,
no, I think it's like 65 or 70.
already, like,
But
it's
either way,
insane.
it's fucking absurd.
God damn, dude. Harpy eagles have a wingspan of about 6 feet and have been known to take away monkeys and sloths with 4-inch talons.
I actually have seen one of those at the zoo before.
That shit's nuts, dude.
Yeah, those things are
So I'm like
massive.
6'3". Imagine like just laying
Bigger
down
than
and
you?
just
I mean, your wingspan is probably what did
probably
they say
about
it
6
was?
feet. Yeah, it's 6 feet.
Yours is definitely bigger than 6 feet.
Yeah, it's probably like 6'3" or something.
Whatever your
I
height
think
is, it's probably either your
wingspan is,
height
like,
or more.
always usually your height.
Yeah, but I'm saying like you specifically, it's probably bigger.
Oh,
You have
maybe.
longer arms than you. At least I do, so I would assume that you would as well. That's crazy. I've seen one of
yeah.
those at the zoo. At
And they're just flying around like that.
I want to say it was. I don't remember what zoo it was. Maybe it's the Franklin Park Zoo or something.
The zoo of Cap.
Yeah.
There's
There's one. I definitely went to the Bronx Zoo before too with Charlie, and we went. I think there was birds there too. Maybe it was there that I'm remembering. But there's like these massive cages. There's like 8 of them, across like just like one by one, and there's just a different like literally like prehistoric bird in each one, and they're literally like, bro, I'm telling you, they are the biggest thing I've ever seen in my life, like proportionally,
The
like
eagles
to their
are.
species. Like just
Yeah.
I don't even remember the name of all the birds. I think there's like a condor in there. There's like a vulture. Like bro, like when I'm telling you, like like. I swear, that if it was like on the TV right there, it would literally be bigger than the TV.
Yeah. it'd be,
I'm like, bro,
significantly
what
bigger.
the fuck?
Yeah.
I'm like, this thing could literally kill me, not just
Right. It picks
not
up
just like
fucking monkeys.
yeah, not just a bird or like it could kill me
Right.
very easily. I think
4-inch talons.
I'm like, where the fuck do they find? Who the fuck captured this thing
Right. Yeah.
in the air? They just fucking trank it.
It's netted.
Yeah, Chris Kyle, that shit.
I would assume it would just be like one that was like injured maybe, and there was
Yeah, I think a lot. I'm
Rehabbing
pretty
it.
sure in the Bronx Zoo, all their animals are there for
rehab.
yeah
or
rehab. I think so. Yeah,
They're
or for
all
the
in-
most part.
They're all in 12-step.
They had
programs.
signed. Yeah, they're all. It's all like it's like an AA program.
It's a halfway house.
Yeah. Yeah, they all have like a something.
Just
I
some
forget
fucking.
exactly, but there's signs everywhere, and they're like, "Our animals are all here for fun.
Our animals definitely weren't
They all
captured.
wanted to be here.
Right. They're
We
chill.
asked. Don't worry."
They're cool with it. Don't worry. Hippos make their own sunblock. The herbivore, but it's not that. Herbivorous, I guess is how you say that. The herbivorous mammal secretes a pinkish reddish substance through its skin that protects it from the sun in
What
Africa.
was this again?
Hippo.
Oh,
So they just like sweat out sunscreen.
that's hard.
It's fucking sick.
That's hard as fuck. I mean, you could do that, I guess, if you just drank enough of it.
Kangaroos can hop as fast as 30 miles an hour and also cannot hop backwards.
Damn. All right, I know the strategy now.
Mm-hmm.
Just get behind them. They're fucked.
So weird. Imagine 30, just hopping at 30.
They someone still needs to set up the MMA fight versus the kangaroo.
I'm
I'm
sure.
surprised
someone's
that
done
hasn't
it.
been done
I'm
yet.
sure someone's done it.
Yeah, but it needs to be televised.
I'm sure it's been
needs to
televised
be-
in like
there needs to
Taiwan
be-
or some
There needs
bullshit.
to be an event.
Knife fish create an electric field around themselves in the water to protect themselves.
Knife fish?
Knife fish.
That's kind of crazy.
Fucking weird looking thing.
How do they like contain the electricity? That's kind of wild.
I don't know. Electric eels do the same shit.
That's a good point.
That's nuts though. Imagine the first guy pick it up and just be like,
He's like, oh, this thing looks so.
yeah, just like stuck to it. Mantis shrimp have an arm that can. Oh, this is crazy. Mantis shrimp have an arm that can heat surrounding water to 8,500 degrees Fahrenheit. Just by the friction. So they have like an arm that comes out and it like whips, and like that friction of like
Bro, what?
yeah, 8,500 degrees.
See, this is the thing. This is why technology will just never stop advancing, because somehow we're gonna figure out how to like harness that at some
Right.
point. So
Well, it's like basically like an underwater welder. Like
underwater welder.
Yeah.
Yeah, true. So they already did harness it, I guess.
it's bananas, dude. Like it goes
That's
so
fucked
fast.
up.
Just making find a picture of one.
What would be the purpose of that?
They like fucking whack shit with it. It's like,
Fried foods.
watch this shit. Again, bad podcasting.
Where
but
are we looking? Oh, bottom left.
yeah, wait till it gets there. Yeah, they come out and they like punch shit like to like paralyze it, and then they eat it.
Damn.
It's wild. It's fucking wild, dude. So this guy's got a little crab and he put it inside a thing. Oh, here he
Ah.
comes. Here he comes.
Bruh.
Yeah, right there. He just jabs the thing, and the thing's like, oh.
That's gonna be Conor McGregor when he gets a hold of the kangaroo.
Crazy. Dude.
That's fucked up.
So insane.
That is fucked up. Yeah, I'm not fucking with that thing.
Like they show it in slow motion, you can't even see it.
It's just moving too fast. That's
It
wild.
just looks like it's like tweaks a little bit. 8,500 degrees.
Jesus
Underwater.
Under the sea.
Under the sea. Maybe it's better. Down when it's wetter. A hippo can open its mouth wide enough for a 4-foot child to stand inside of,
Yeah, I knew that.
which we should try that.
I've seen that before too.
I'm sure we know some 4-foot children.
I know at least one.
Right.
Saw them recently.
Right. We'll try that out. Wild dolphins call each other by name.
Like, there's just no way you'd be able to figure that out though.
I would say probably if you were like following a pod and they're making a certain sound and then like only one of them comes over,
True.
make a different sound, and another one comes like something like that.
They're also very smart, so
They're just like
they always
And
say
then
like
one
they're the
just comes
smartest
over.
animal, but like, bro, they can't speak.
if they could though, they'd be fucking geniuses.
Yeah,
I
but
bet.
they can't. So it's like they can't be the smartest.
Every dog has its own unique nose print, similar to the way humans have fingerprints.
I knew that too, actually.
That's pretty cool. I never knew
That
that.
is pretty swag.
Octopus have 9 brains, 3 hearts, and blue blood.
They're another animal they say is the smartest animal. I knew the blue blood part. I didn't know they had 9 brains.
9 brains.
Why would they even need that many?
Because they're fucking smart as shit.
In case one of them stops working.
Yeah. You ever heard the theory that like octopus aren't they're from outer space or whatever? That shit's crazy.
The
Dude.
theory that they're like the rulers of the world or whatever. You ever heard that one?
No.
Oh. I'll save that for another episode, I guess then.
I forget like what the exact theory was, but like it's basically that they're like aliens.
Yeah, the one that I know is that they're basically like because they're also very old. They're like some of the oldest animals on the planet.
Mm.
And it's basically saying like they've been here for so long and like they're consistently still like thriving no matter what the like ice age comes around, they're still thriving, all that like basically they just continue to like exist regardless of the circumstances. So I think it's just like the theory is that like they're just like they're running the world somehow, or like they're gonna one day or something. I don't fucking know. Whatever.
Yeah, so here's like the theory. There's a research paper that came out, published in an actual peer-reviewed journal. The paper was published in the journal Progress in Biophysics and Molecular Biology, titled blah, 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 who gives a fuck. The paper digs deep into the origin of life on Earth. As a result, it posits that life began thanks to a rain of retroviruses, which fell from outer space. These retroviruses then added new DNA sequences to terrestrial genomes, which the paper says further drove mutagenic change, so like mutant change or whatever.
Yeah, mutations and such.
Where things really start to get interesting, though, the paper starts to discuss the arrival of cephalopods. The paper itself claims that certain cephalopods, like octopus, squid, and others, arrived on the planet by falling from space, frozen in a kind of stasis.
Interesting. I believe it.
Insane.
Makes sense.
You ever seen like the octopus that like the mimic octopus, or whatever, where like sits on a rock and then its
Yeah.
body like takes the shape and color of the rock? Like,
Yeah.
that shit is.
That's what I'm saying, bro.
See you later, dude.
Like people think that like Hillary Clinton's like a reptile or whatever. She's actually just an octopus.
It's a fucking lizard.
That's what people don't know.
All right, we'll do like 2 or 3 more. Ostrich's long legs can stride up to 23 feet, similar to the stride of a cheetah, making it the fastest flightless bird on land.
Odd stat, but whatever.
23 feet? That is not short.
No, I'm saying like the fastest flightless bird.
Mm.
Like no shit, it's the fastest. They can't fly. Like let's have a flying contest.
Like him and penguins.
Yeah. Yeah.
These guys don't move much at all.
Yeah, literally. Like if I was another bird, I'd be like, oh well, that's cool. Let's have a flying contest. And then we'll see who's the fastest bird. Piece
A
of shit.
panting dog can take 400 breaths in a minute, 10 times more than when he is breathing normally.
That's fucked up.
Right.
Just
Losing your mind.
Convulsing.
A school of piranhas can eat an animal as large as a sheep in minutes. Luckily, sheep and piranhas don't generally hang out.
Good point.
Piranhas also don't attack like living things, apparently. I remember Jeremy Wade, the river monster guy, just like stood in the Amazon around them all, and like they
didn't
just
give a
buzzed
fuck?
around his feet and like didn't do anything. Yeah.
Huh.
But then you put something dead in like a cage or
They're
like
just
a
fucking
tank,
with the
and they just go.
town. They're like
bananas
fucking. They're
on it,
like
dude.
They're like the fucking. What is it called? Like when shit decays and shit, they just like
Yeah, like
they eat all that shit.
decompose, like or
Yeah,
whatever.
decomposers.
Scavengers.
Yeah.
To help them see in lower light conditions during the winter, a reindeer's eyeballs turn blue for that season.
I would think it'd be the other way around. I thought blue eyes are harder to see in the dark.
No, I think it's like almost like a
Contrast thing.
like eye black or whatever. You know what I mean? Like their eyes would have white in it usually, but they turn
Okay.
blue for like the snow
Interesting.
and stuff, because you can get like snow blindness.
Oh,
and
true. I
shit
guess
like
the
that, you know
snow
what I
is
mean?
white. So
Yeah.
interesting. Good for them.
Killer whales are technically dolphins.
I think I knew that too, actually, but
Did you?
impressive.
Did you?
Good for them.
Yeah, well, that's about all I got for
Because they have a
today.
blowhole,
Yeah,
so that would make them a mammal.
a mammal. Well, yeah, they're whales.
Yeah, that's also a good point.
You can just take the blowhole right out of it.
Yeah. I mean, you can't because they're whales, but
Right. That's all I got. That's all I got for today.
I think Victor Wembanyama's about to choke this game. I'm not gonna lie. I think this is recorded, but I don't think this is live.
I mean, the Spurs must just be freaking out on every play. Just
Every
being
time he
like,
touches the
please
ball."
God, don't fucking like,
No, for real.
don't roll an ankle or anything. How much
Yeah.
longer till the draft?
What's today? June 18th.
Yeah.
I don't know, 2 weeks.
And then he's what over
Next
here?
week maybe.
He's
Then
over here for good.
Then he's a San Antonio Spur.
Spear. What if they didn't take him?
They'd have to sell the franchise.
They have to be
Legally.
banned from the NBA.
Yeah, they'd have to legally sell the They'd be relegated to the G League. And they'd pull up the fucking team below them. Their G League team would get called up. Where he's 100% from the field.
Holy shit,
He
he
has
is.
20 points. He's 9 for 9 from the field.
That's insane.
And they're only up by 5. And they're down 2-0 in the series if you look in the bottom right. Below his block.
Monaco Manet.
Shout out to Monaco. They got some ballers over there.
Oh,
I want to say Emmanuel Mudiay is on one of these teams.
I have
If you
no
even know who
idea.
that is.
I know the name, but I don't know who.
Kind of fucked up. He got the short end of the stick with the Nuggets.
Oh, he didn't.
He got there like right before like Jokic got there. And now he's just hoping overseas somewhere. Let's see.
Get ready to learn Chinese, buddy.
Yeah. He might be like in Africa at this point. I don't even know. Yeah, no, he plays in Africa, I think.
Damn.
That's fucked up, bro.
It is what it is.
He literally could have just been a bench warmer.
Yeah,
Then again, maybe they wouldn't get Jokic if he was actually good.
that is true, actually.
So who knows? Ripple
all
effect.
about
They
the
definitely
ecosystem.
wouldn't have got Jamal Murray if he was good. So
It's all about the ecosystem.
to bring it right back to the analysts. Anyways, all right.
All right.
We'll see you next week.
We will see you next week.